So we got Joe Biden back, and it's satisfying to see that he is not in his second term for reasons that you're about to find out. You might have seen these clips already, but watching this, it needs a next level like cringe alert. It's like you might feel bad about the guy, but at the same time, you can imagine the bullet that the United States dodged. Because can you imagine Joe Biden being the president of the United States right now, like this? I'm gonna play a couple clips here.
By the way, those 300-year-old folk getting that Social Security, I want to meet them because I like to figure out how they live that. A hell of a thing, man. I'm looking for longevity because it's hell when you turn 40 years old. But as a result,
on one hand, it's nice to listen to him joking about that he wants to meet those 300-year-old Social Security guys. But in the other sense, you see that slurred speech. You see that the way that he is addressing the microphone. In that, I'm pretty sure that the automatic captions of this video are going to be all over the place, and I am not going to be that the protagonist in this case. Paul A. Cipula, Joe Biden jokes about there being people 300 years old receiving Social Security. This isn't funny. The reason Social Security is at risk is because of waste, fraud, and abuse, something that happened a lot under the Biden-Harris administration. And now we are dealing with the consequences, with the fallout, or Trump is dealing with the consequences. President Trump and Elon Musk are trying to fix that and save Social Security. I'm sure that Social Security can be saved, but at the same time, it's a lot of waste that has to be, deported. Maybe that's not the right word.
And you could tell when Dad was with us. And I remember our bed headboard was near my dad's, mom's room. And you could tell when Dad was restless. I remember asking one night my mom, "What's the matter with Dad?" The next morning.
He's also a storyteller, telling how his headboard was next to his parents' room, and I couldn't help but include a flapper's joke. It sure sounds like Joe Biden heard his dad blowing his mom in the next room. Why? I wonder. There's two things. There's one thing that I don't know, and there's one thing that I have certainty about. One thing that I don't know is why do people make these kind of jokes? And the second thing that I do have certainty of is why do I include them in my show? But this is what it is. I had to include this one.
Folks,
and the next clip. What's the next clip about?
Folks.
Tim Young, Fox News cut into Joe Biden's speech to call out his lies about Trump's ending Social Security live.
Folks, imagine the panic that causes if you're a retiree living alone with only Social Security to depend upon. So now people are overwhelming the phone lines.
President Biden in Chicago talking about Social Security there, saying the administration has dismantled Social Security. They have gotten rid of a number of employees, thousands of them in the Social Security.
Yeah, one thing is pruning what's going on with Social Security. Another thing is getting rid of it. And this is the moment that you see that Joe Biden is trying to be serious, and it's even worse. If it's easier, that part of the speech is easier. No, can you imagine this guy talking to Zelensky in the Oval Office? I mean, he would have said, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy that is not wearing a suit right now?" Yeah, he would have said that. He wouldn't have known who Zelensky was. Ian Miller, Joe Biden just starts talking during the loud music without a hint of recognition of what's happening or that no one can hear him. This is part of the self-awareness. And Biden should retire already. This is like how many days of his presidency were holidays? Just like, I don't know, the percentage was very high of the number of days that he took off as president. He should just he just had go on a permanent holiday. Why is he giving speeches? I wouldn't bother, and the Democrats shouldn't bother with him as well. I remember that he essentially collaborated in the destruction of the Democratic Party. I think that we have to thank him for that. I guess, well, maybe yes, but I cannot play much of this clip for copyright reasons because yes, there was this huge music intro to his speech, and the music was still blaring through the headphones to the speakers, and imagine that he is completely unaware of that, and he just begin talking, begin giving his speech. Yeah, I cannot play much more, but yeah, it was that. It was the blaring music, and he was that was him speaking in the background. I know that you couldn't pick him up, but he was actually talking. Yeah, that is the level of delusion that the guy has. Maybe we could feel a bit of pity for him. Oh, no, this is the part that went viral. Nick Sortor, Joe Biden is suspending his first speech since leaving office, saying that he didn't have to grow up around black people. Didn't he say the opposite back in the day? What is it? He said, I remember watching a bus go by. It was full of colored kids. I had never seen those. Yeah, we thought that he had gone to church in a black neighborhood and all this stuff. Was it a lie? Was it a fabrication? Or is this a fabrication? I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know long ago in regards to the Democrat Party.
And I'd never seen hardly any black people in Scranton at the time when
I had never seen or heard any black people in Scranton at the time.
I was only going in fourth grade.
In fourth grade. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty wide neighborhood.
And I remember seeing the kids going by at the time called colored kids on a bus going by. And
all right. So, well, that's so you say that these people, you know that one of the arts of lying is not only lie detection, detect when somebody is lying, but knowing when you are lying, you know, you have to, you need a good memory to keep track of your lies, because if you don't, you're going to be caught into, let's say, blatant contradictions such as this one. But again, it's Joe Biden. We can give him a pass, right? And buy him an ice cream and tell the Democrats to, well, find a better candidate that is not Kamala Harris. That would help a lot. But again, I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Remember that all my U.S. politics stuff is now in the Power Pundit channel. Make sure to follow me on the link in the description of this video. Much love and bliss.